Hey friends, welcome again to another episode of Magical Monday Moments. Friends, today we're going to talk about something that I have been working on for the last few years, and you know what? It's become a part of my routine, part of my habit, and I love it because you know what? It actually lightens the weight on my heart in times when there is turbulence in my life. And believe me, our lives are like a flight. Sometimes there is smooth sailing, sometimes we go through turbulent phases. But you know what? We got to be holding on to some of the fundamentals, some of the basics that will keep us grounded, will keep us stable, so that we continue to make progress on this beautiful journey called life. So what I'm going to be talking about today is the habit of journaling. Now, I have touched upon this briefly in one of my previous video messages, but I'm going to delve a little bit deeper into it. See, Martina Navratilova, the famous tennis legend, said that keeping a journal is a great way of distilling what is important and what is not important in life for us. That's a very, very profound statement, because you know what, when you start journaling, you'll start to realize that, hey, this is so true. I'm focusing on the things in my life which are not going to make any difference while my priorities are this. So here's what are the things that journaling has helped me personally. Number one, I feel journaling is a great way, especially in times when I am unsure, when I am indecisive, when I'm in doubt, or if I'm going through a painful episode. I pour down my thoughts on a journal, on a piece of paper. It helps me do this thing called as mental down dump, offload all this worry which is brewing in my head about what could or could not happen in the future, on which I have got no control, but I put it down on paper. It allows me to offload, as I just said, offload my worries, offload my stresses and my doubts. That is what allows me to then pick up what are the priorities. What is it that I should really be focusing on? The second thing that journaling does for me is that I like to journal the day in advance before I sign off for the day. So suppose I'm going to bed half an hour before I know when I'm going to sign off for the day, which is go to bed essentially. I just write down what are the key important aspects that I look at doing or focusing on the next day. I just put it down, and you know what it does? It allows me to have a very sound sleep. I'm not subconsciously thinking about it that, oh, I forgot to remember that, or I forgot to do this. I just put it on paper and I just go and have a nice restful sleep. And the third thing that journaling does for me is when I journal, when I write down, generally what most of us think of journaling is to make your to-do list. And look, don't get me wrong, on a daily basis, I like to do a to-do list. In fact, my journal looks something like this. It's like an A4 diary, and it's got a page to each date. And it's reasonably big for me to be able to do a mental down dump, to write some of the key things that I want to focus on the next day. But what is more important is it allows me to make a list of things and then prioritize them. So I use my pencil and I write down all the lists of things that I need to do, say in a week or in a day. But then I take a red colored pen, and my favorite is a purple color pen, by the way. Is what I do is I prioritize number one, number two, number three. So it could be just three things which are the topmost priorities, that if I get that done, you know what, my day is made. That was the most crucial thing that I had to do on the day. And you know what, friends, surprisingly, when I schedule something, somehow or the other, nature shifts things in a way, and this is something that I cannot explain how it happens. those things, those tasks get done, and it surprises me that how did it happen? But there's one other thing for which I use my journal, and that is that right on the top of each page, I write down a little gratitude or an expression of thanks to the universe or whoever you may want to refer to in your own life. You can feel free to do that. But 2 or 3 key things for which I'm grateful for. Grateful for amazing health, grateful for the peace that you've given me, and grateful for being of service to people that I come in contact with. Isn't that amazing? I think journaling has given me this amazing gift that I want to share with you. Try it out. You won't get the real meaning of what I'm trying to get to you unless you practice it yourself. Just invest in a simple spiral bound notebook, even if you can't get hold of a diary, and just try it for 30 days. And I can tell you, this is a profound habit to incorporate in your daily routine. Every great person, no matter which field you take, has had the habit of penciling down their thoughts. Try it, it's truly transformational. Good luck, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.